The man smiled during the handshake, then doubled the car. Price. Not a stranger. Not a salesman. Your own blood. That changes everything. Because now money becomes emotional warfare. Now guilt enters the negotiation. Now silence becomes pressure. And anxiety grows quietly, like mold inside wet walls. You inspect the vehicle repeatedly. You calculate every installment twice. You rehearse conversations before sleeping. But the real fear. Is not financial. It is relational. You fear disappointing family. You fear becoming ungrateful. You fear permanent resentment. So you stay quiet, even while being exploited. Marcus Aurelius warned about this exact weakness. Not cars, not money. Human obligation. He wrote about invisible chains. The chains created by approval. The chains created by emotional debt. And those chains still exist today, especially during family transactions, because family rarely sells objects. They sell emotional leverage. Think carefully. Would this price exist for strangers? Would this pressure exist outside bloodlines? Probably not. And your nervous system knows this. That explains the anxiety. Your brain detects contradiction. Family should protect you. Not corner you financially. That contradiction creates cognitive dissonance. Psychologists study this deeply. The mind suffers intensely from conflicting realities. He loves me. He manipulates me. Both feel true simultaneously. That tension drains your energy, even before purchasing anything. Seneca once described wealth beautifully. He said possessions often possess the owner. Look at yourself honestly. The car already controls your emotions. Before entering your garage. You are not buying transportation anymore. You are buying temporary peace. And temporary peace becomes expensive. Very expensive. The first lesson is brutal. Never confuse family access with family fairness. Blood does not guarantee virtue. Shared DNA guarantees nothing. History proves this endlessly. Roman emperors poisoned brothers, kings betrayed sons, families destroyed entire civilizations. Yet modern people still romanticize relatives automatically. Why? Because childhood conditioning survives adulthood. Child depends on acceptance. An adult must survive reality. Those are different systems, and many adults never separate them. So they overpay, they tolerate disrespect, they surrender boundaries, all for emotional survival. But Stoicism teaches something uncomfortable. Love people, honestly. Not blindly. That changes everything. Epictetus understood this deeply. He was born enslaved, literally owned by another human, yet he became mentally untouchable. How? He separated external events from internal control. The car price? External. Your relatives' manipulation? External. Their disappointment. External. Your judgment. Internal. Your response. Internal. Your dignity. Internal. This distinction sounds simple, until family becomes involved. Then logic starts trembling. Suddenly, you justify absurd things. He probably needs the money. I should support family. Maybe I'm selfish. But ask yourself carefully, would they accept overpaying for your benefit? Pause there. Most anxiety disappears under honest questioning, because clarity destroys. Emotional fog. The second lesson involves hidden mathematics, not financial. Mathematics, emotional mathematics. Every transaction contains invisible equations. Price, stress, guilt, resentment, future obligations. You calculate monthly payments, but ignore psychological interest rates. That becomes dangerous. One unfair family purchase can poison relationships permanently, especially when silence follows resentment. And resentment always collects interest. Slowly, quietly, like rust underneath paint. Modern psychology calls this suppressed emotional debt. You smile externally. Meanwhile, frustration accumulates internally. Then one small argument explodes years later. Not because of dishes, not because of holidays, because of unresolved humiliation. Marcus Aurelius faced constant manipulation politically. Every Roman wanted favors. Every senator wanted access. Yet he remained calm, using one principle. See people clearly, without hatred, without fantasy. That matters now. Your relative may love you genuinely and still exploit you financially. Humans are contradictory creatures. Accepting this removes confusion, and confusion fuels anxiety more than pain. Pain feels direct, confusion feels endless. The third lesson begins inside your body. Notice your symptoms: tight chest, restless sleep, mental rehearsals. Constant calculations. This is not weakness. This is your nervous system detecting social danger. Humans evolved inside tribes. Family rejection once meant death. So your brain still treats relational conflict seriously. Even during car negotiations. Especially during them, because money conversations reveal hidden hierarchies. Who dominates, who submits, who sacrifices, who stays silent. Family systems become exposed instantly, and anxious people usually occupy one role. Peacekeeper. They sacrifice clarity for temporary harmony, but temporary harmony creates permanent exhaustion. Stoics rejected this pattern entirely. They valued peace internally, not socially. Huge difference. Social peace depends on others. Internal peace depends on principles. One fluctuates constantly, the other remains stable. Imagine refusing the deal calmly. No anger. No speeches. No revenge. Just clarity. This price feels unfair. Simple words, yet many people fear saying them. Why? Because boundaries expose relationship truth immediately. Healthy people respect boundaries. Manipulative people punish them. That reaction reveals everything. Seneca warned against purchasing comfort using self-betrayal. Read that twice mentally. Many people buy emotional safety temporarily. By abandoning honesty. But the body remembers. Always. That explains why anxiety lingers afterward. You betrayed your own perception, and self-betrayal damages confidence deeply, more deeply than losing money. The fourth lesson is liberation, not financial liberation, psychological liberation. You must stop seeing yourself as obligated. Grateful? Maybe. Respectful? Certainly. Obligated? No. Adults negotiate reality honestly. Children negotiate emotionally. That distinction changes your entire life. The Stoics constantly practiced voluntary discomfort. Cold weather. Simple food. Hard living. Why? To destroy fear dependency, because fearful people become controllable people. If you fear conflict excessively, anyone can manipulate you, especially relatives. But once you accept temporary discomfort, their leverage weakens instantly. A tense conversation cannot destroy you. Disappointment cannot destroy you. Awkward silence cannot destroy you. And once your nervous system understands, this calm returns naturally, not fake calm, real calm, the kind built from self-respect. So what should you actually do? Observe facts coldly. Research market values independently. Separate emotion from numbers. Refuse guilt-based urgency. Speak directly. Remain respectful. Accept discomfort. Temporarily, most importantly, stop negotiating against yourself internally. That is where exhaustion begins. Remember this forever. The anxiety is not about the car. It never was. It is about permission. Permission to disappoint people. Permission to choose. Fairness. Permission to protect your peace. And most adults never learn this. So they carry silent resentment everywhere. Into marriages. Into friendships. Into business. Even into old age. Marcus Aurelius wrote something terrifyingly accurate. You always own the option of dignity. Even now, especially now, the family member may become offended. The deal may collapse. The atmosphere may become uncomfortable. Fine. Temporary. Discomfort costs less than permanent self-contempt. Always. And strangely, people respect calm boundaries eventually, even manipulative people, because certainty intimidates emotional pressure. The Stoics understood human nature perfectly. People push until resistance appears. Then they recalibrate. So breathe carefully. Think slowly. Detach emotionally from the transaction. And remember one final truth. A car eventually stops running, but resentment travels forever. If this message reached you deeply, you already know why. Subscribe quietly, not emotionally. And comment something honest. Have you ever paid emotionally. Just to keep family comfortable?